Welcome back to the Flow Fluently dance training. My name is Michael. This is Mike and Diana. And we're here to talk about these two. It's like the Truman Show with these two. Everything that they've learned has been on camera.
That's true.
And we're working through the Discovery training program. And we finished the first two sections of the program. We finished the fundamentals and we finished the elements. And I just want to talk to you guys a little bit about your experience and what it's like. First off, what does flowing on the dance floor with each other mean to you?
Flowing means moving with your partner in any way that you want to move.
Yeah, I think mindless has like a bad designation, but when we're flowing, I'm not thinking about it. Like we're just stepping in the right place, we're feeling it out on the dance floor, and it's just happening.
Mm-hmm.
Like there's not really anything that's like
holding us back.
Like every time we get in our heads, that's when I feel like the flow stops.
Yeah. It's not like we're like trying to be in a certain position or like try and do anything that's the correct way. It's just more like feeling it out. But I agree with you, when we get in our heads, we are stepping all over each other's feet. But the second we aren't, we're flowing.
Yeah, and even like to that, like thinking, like Michael's saying, like the ingredients and like, it really was building on top of each other each time. So it's like we were going forward and back, then we're going side to side, and now we're dancing all over the place and sweating, and like it really feels like we're dancing.
Yeah, I totally agree. I think to piggyback off of that, like after learning the first two sections completely, I now looking back can totally realize why your approach is the way it is. Because I feel like when we started, it was kind of like, how are we going to connect all these dots? But if you didn't take us through the baby steps, we wouldn't have been able to put it all together in the way that we have. So I think finishing the last two sections has been super eye-opening to how you run your program and how you've created it, and it's very impressive.
Yeah.
And I feel great when I'm dancing.
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely ups and downs too. Like,
oh yeah,
I mean,
guys
it wasn't
can see
just
it on camera.
Yeah, I know, it's like you can't lie. Yeah, I mean, it was ups and downs, but I think that showed us like areas that we can improve on, and I mean, there's still a lot of areas that we can work on, which is awesome.
I mean, we still have ups and downs, we still have a lot to learn, but I think the program overall is really amusing and teaching us how to dance together in a way that we can for the rest of our lives.
Absolutely.
Any points in your training where you felt like, I can't do this, or I don't want to do this because it's not worth it?
I guess I never thought that it wasn't worth it. I just thought it was hard at some points.
Yeah, it was definitely hard, and I think I found myself after like a long day, like working or like having a really busy day, and then coming here, I was like, I just want to sit around, I want to do nothing and just decompress by myself. But every single time I came here after one of those days, I left feeling way better. And it was like definitely a testament to moving around and getting out of like that little bubble that I was in. But also it's like working towards a goal and like working together towards that goal. So it's constructive, like you fumble on things, but you're in it together. You're not like just doing it by yourself.
I can't really think of another situation where we would be able to work together in that way and have a similar outcome.
Yeah, because we're on the same plane no matter what. I mean, like we're changing leads, like we're both in that same position, and we both, like in order to flow fluently, we have to do it together.
Yeah.
It's like one person can't do it all of it.
And we aren't always flowing fluently, let's be honest here, but our percentage is increasing during that
See,
hour.
like that's what I'm saying. I'm always,
Oh,
whenever
yeah,
you are,
see?
that's when we're flowing.
This is a negative outcome.
Speaking of flowing, what does flowing mean? Moving your body freely. It's all about movement that feels good. The better it feels, the more in the zone you are, the more fun you're gonna have, and then nothing else matters. And it looks good when you feel good, literally. It's more like explore, discover movement that feels good through these guidelines. What was that like versus learning specific patterns? Yeah.
I felt like I could be more myself in exploring like how I want to dance and how Mike and I are going to dance together, rather than being like, oh my god, my elbow's not high enough, like what am I doing with my body type of thing. So giving us those parameters but not making it so strict that if we screw up that it's considered a screw up made it easier for me to learn.
Yeah, and like that part was hard at first to like get my head around, because like I feel like there's for me, usually it's like black and white, like you're doing something right or you're doing something wrong. And so it was harder for me to, I felt like, get my head around, you know, you're gonna mess up, it's not gonna feel right, but that's part of like learning how to dance with each other. So it took me a little bit to get over that, and that was like a lot of my early frustrations I felt, was like being okay with moving around and like just getting out of that bubble and feeling comfortable moving.
And I think I feel like each lesson you brought us back to like moving with the core really helped us overall figure out how to flow, I guess.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I think whenever it felt like we were like out of sync or lost, like trying to remember, like you have your spine
Right.
here that's guiding you. Like every time I felt like that got us back on track.
Yeah.
With the Flow Fluently training program, we have 17 root moves. They're the basic moves, and you can create anything in the world through these moves, any type of movement in the world. And you guys have learned the first 6, I believe, first 6 root moves. Favorites so far?
We have.
Favorites, least favorites?
Oh, I mean, we're definitely spins. Like.
Oh yeah, we're all about
all
spins.
the way.
Throwing in some dips. I would say spins are the favorite. What's our hardest step?
Breathe for sure.
Oh yeah, breathe for sure.
When we hit the breathe, it feels like, whoa, why don't we do this every time? And then we try again, it's like totally off.
Sometimes I'm like, am I breathing? I'm not sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, like along with the spins, like the boogies, like I like when we're like moving around and then we come back and we're just like boogieing and then we go out and do some more dancing.
Yeah.
Where do you feel like you can
So-
use this dancing?
Where?
And let me back that
Everywhere.
up. Everywhere, right? I call it a physical language. Do you feel that it's a physical language? You just learn to physically connect and communicate?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, like,
Yeah.
that's my favorite part about it is like that physical communication that we're having, like the conversation while we're on the dance floor, but not saying a word. I mean,
Your eyes.
yeah.
I'm looking at his eyes, he's looking at my teeth, and we're communicating somehow.
Yeah, and we're like whispering it under each other's breath, like, what are you doing?
That was bad.
So Mike and Diana have learned, they've completed the fundamentals. And with the fundamentals, you can move freely with each other to all music. It's very raw still. So you guys are kind of still figuring out how to move with each other, but you can do so and you feel good about it. I don't know if you feel that way, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That's where we are now.
Yeah.
The next,
Even today, it felt like we made it down.
Yeah, every time we dance, it gets better.
And
Yeah.
I started off grumpy, and now I'm not grumpy.
she started off grumpy today, now you feel great.
Now I feel great.
30 minutes of dancing, that'll do it for you. Next section, tricks. Okay, so that's where we get the
Ooh.
special ingredients, like the sprinkles and all that cool stuff. So,
The frosting.
yeah. So you guys can tune in and see their complete discovery, their complete journey on how to dance, because we are gonna help you all dance and discover your flow on the dance floor. So thanks for sharing your guys' story. And
You
let's
rock.
continue the
Thanks for
journey.
teaching us. We're excited to be here.
Yeah, we'll see you on the tricks.
Tricks!
Yeah.
Woo!
Tricks are for kids and adults.
Woo!
We're kids.
That was good, right?
Yeah, I was not ready for that at all.